Hi, and welcome to my channel, Knotty Gnome Crafts. My name is Sarah, and you can find me as Knotty Gnome on Instagram. My channel is all about sewing and styling a handmade wardrobe, and in today's video, we're going to finish up Me Made May, and I'll tell you all of the things that I learned. So in case you missed it, I'm going to link my Me Made May 2022 playlist down in the description box and also on the end screen, because if you are new to my channel, this video probably won't make a lot of sense because I'm going to be talking about all of the things that I learned from each individual challenge that I did this time for Me Made May. I've been doing Me Made May for several years, and my handmade wardrobe is mostly all Me Mades. So I wear my handmade clothing all the time, and I felt like I needed to do something to push myself a little bit more this month in May and try some different things. So I didn't just wear handmade garments. I gave myself a different challenge every week to try to learn some more stuff about my wardrobe. Some of it was actual like wearing challenges, and some things were just trying to think about the future or think about my wardrobe and how I can combine different things. So in today's video, I'm going to sum up each week and let you know what I learned from every challenge that I did, and also just some other observations about my wardrobe that I have pondered this May. So week one was putting together a handmade module. Now I had every intention of wearing these outfits during the week, but unfortunately the little capsule, the mini capsule that I put together was more of like a spring focused capsule, and in the very early weeks of May it was still winter temperatures, so I was not actually able to wear most of those clothes. In fact, I'm pretty sure I only wore one outfit, and if I have a picture of it, I'll insert it here. But I still feel like it was a valuable exercise because I was able to pair those pieces and put them together, some different outfits that I might not have thought about if I hadn't put them all in a module. So I'm still glad that I did that, and I feel like I can wear those outfits now when it's warmer out. So I still think it was a valuable challenge to do. Week two was dress week. I'm really glad that I did dress week because I've actually put a lot of thought since then into my dresses that I already have and other ones that I might want to continue to add to my wardrobe. As I stated in that video, I have over 30 dresses, so it's a lot, and I don't wear them all that much. One of the reflections that I've made since that week is that I am definitely more of a spring and summer dress kind of person rather than a fall and winter dress person. And it's not because I don't like them, it's just that where I live, the climate where I live, it's just not practical sometimes to wear a dress in the dead of winter when it's freezing outside. Even if you layer it with tights and other accessories and things, it's just too cold. So I think that for me, it's like acceptable for me to wear a dress in the fall and winter 1 or 2 days a week. But in the spring and summer is my time to focus more and wear my dresses and really get like all the love and use out of them. So I think that I'm going to be trying to increase the amount of dresses that I wear in the summertime to between 2 and 4 days a week. I think that that's reasonable, and I'll feel like I will get more use out of the dresses that I already have, because most of the dresses that I own are quite comfy and accommodating as far as my waistline fluctuations go, and so I think that I'm going to get a lot of wear out of them, particularly when I go into the office 2 days a week. My other thoughts about dresses are about making new ones going forward, and because I have so many already, I want to very intentionally, when I do want to make a new dress, make sure that I'm not duplicating something similar that I already own, because it's redundant. I don't need to be making the same sort of dress over and over again. And additionally, some of the fabrics that I initially had purchased for dresses, maybe I can rethink that and do something different with it, like make a matching top and skirt, for example, instead, do like a matching set, or make a jumpsuit instead of a dress, and just make sure that I'm trying to keep things useful for me in my wardrobe so that I can make use of the fabrics that I have purchased, but without adding too many dresses to my wardrobe that I just know that I'm never going to wear. So my week 3 challenge was making plans to fill the gaps in my wardrobe, and it was specifically focused on adding more bottom weight kinds of things, pants, shorts, skirts, and also jumpsuits and rompers, in order to accommodate some body changes that I've gone through where I just really need my bottoms to be more flexible. So I finally sat down and I measured last night. So right before I went to bed, I measured my waistline, and it was 27 3/4 inches. And this morning when I got up, I measured it again, and it was 26 1/4 inches. So that's quite a big difference. It makes so much sense to me now why my pants feel like they're going to fall off in the morning, and then in the evenings they feel too tight. So I really think that I'm on the right track with trying to focus on elastic waist and unstructured sort of garment that can really accommodate that fluctuation. Because seriously, if I were going to sit down and make a fitted pair of pants with a fitted waistband, I'm really not quite sure how I would manage that in terms of how do I get it to fit me throughout the whole day. So I've already made a lot of really good progress on my plans. I've made 4 out of the 10 things that I wanted to make so far, but I have actually changed my mind a little bit about some patterns, some fabrics, and that was always going to happen. I make all these plans and then something else catches my eye and I change things up a little bit, but I feel like I'm really adhering to the spirit of those plans. And actually, the video that's going to be coming next week, my June plans, is going to be a part 2 of this that's focused more on tops to go with all these bottoms that I'm making. So if you are not subscribed to my channel, now would be a wonderful time to hit that subscribe button and make sure that you hit the notification bell so you don't miss when I upload new videos. Week 4 was probably the most interesting challenge for me. It was wearing my unloved me-made garments. Every day I pulled out something that has been in my closet and I just haven't been wearing it. And I forced myself to wear it for an entire day to give an assessment of it and to decide finally one way or the other if I was going to keep it, alter it, donate it, scrap it for parts. And it was really quite surprising to me how many of the things that I chose for that week that I did actually like. And sometimes I had just forgotten that I liked it or just forgot that I had it altogether. And I have realized since then, as I've gone through my closet, that there are really very few things in my closet that I don't wear at all or that I don't like. And that makes a lot of sense because I make all my clothing and I make it to fit me, and I make things that I love and the colors that I like. And so naturally, I am going to like everything almost, but certainly there will always be pieces that I gravitate more towards than others. And I think that I just need to make a more concerted effort to wear the things that are in my closet and also just be mindful. If I am wearing something and during the day I notice hey, I really need to fix this collar, or this just doesn't feel right, or the fabric isn't nice, then to go ahead and just do something about that and not let it sit forever. I have taken a page out of Teresa from Lost My Thread. She's inspired me so much with her month of Me Made May. She's been pulling out and altering and changing up things that she hasn't been wearing. And I actually did pull out a couple of things this month. I had my white Miller pants that were in my previous monthly makes video, and I wore them a couple times as pants. And I realized that I don't really need more loungewear pants. I have plenty of joggers and things that I can wear when it's cooler out, but I really do need more loungewear shorts. So I actually just ended up chopping off the legs and turning them into shorts. I also had a ready-to-wear dress that is really nice, but the hem had fallen out of the sleeve, and all I had to do was just restitch that hem. It literally took me 5 minutes, and then I ended up wearing that dress because it's a very professional tweed sheath type dress. I ended up wearing that to my work event, and it was I actually got compliments on it. And so that's the kind of dress that it's sort of an occasion dress. It's not a special occasion dress, but it's not something that I would wear all the time. But it does come in handy for when I need to look professional. So that's another thing that I can hang back in my closet and have it in there for years to come when I need it. And then the final thing that I altered was I had a kind of peasant style top that had an elastic gathered neckline. And the elastic was just too wide, and it was kind of it didn't sit right on my shoulders. And all I had to do was just unpick that elastic and pull it tighter and then cut it off and restitch it down. And now it's perfectly wearable again. So I'm really glad that I took the time to make those little changes, and I need to be mindful of continuing to do that in the future so that I'm not just having things sitting in my closet being unworn for silly reasons, so that I can really maximize and utilize all of the clothing that I've made and loved. Now, the last thing that I want to share with you is that during the month of May, I had a collection on my Instagram profile where I would kind of scroll through the hashtag of Me Made May, usually once a day, and anything that caught my eye, anything that inspired me, I saved it to that collection. And then at the end of the month, I went through and looked back through that collection to see if there were some themes that I could pick up on that I want to incorporate into my own wardrobe. And when I was saving these things, I wasn't thinking too hard about it. I wasn't saying to myself, is this something that I would wear? It's just whatever it was that caught my eye, I would save it. And then afterwards is when I reflected on, well, why did I save this? What about it is really speaking to me? And I did come up with quite a few themes that I wanted to share with you. So the first thing is that I have rediscovered my love of hand knit tank tops. I have pretty much shied away from knitting summer focused tops because I don't like to knit with plant fibers. They're really, really hard on my hands and I already have problems with my hands. So I pretty much exclusively knit with wool and other animal fibers. And I'd always thought that summer tops were kind of off limits for me because I don't like working with those plant fibers. But in the spirit of trying to use what I have an enormous yarn stash. I just went ahead and used my sock yarns, my lighter weight wool yarns, to make tank tops, and so far I'm really loving it. Now I'm sure I'm not going to wear it when it's 90 degrees outside, but usually where I live it doesn't get that warm, so I can still wear a tank top made out of merino wool most of the time. So I've actually already completed one thing and I really love it, and I'm working on another one right now, and I might even make another one after that. But yeah, it's just been really fun to rediscover my love of summer knitting garments, and I'm really loving that right now. The second theme that really kind of surprised me is that right now I am loving bright colors. Normally I wear very dark colors or sort of jewel tones. That's generally my wheelhouse. It's what I feel comfortable in. I've never really gravitated towards bright colors, but for whatever reason, I do think it's on trend this season. That might be part of it, but I've just been so drawn and attracted to bright, bold colors and patterns. And I do think I want to incorporate more of that into my own wardrobe, mainly just for variety so that I don't feel like I'm constantly just wearing black all the time. I've already started trying to incorporate more color, and I do think I want to do that in the future. But yeah, bright colors, who knew? The third thing that I noticed is a silhouette that I just kept pinning over and over again, and that is a very simple, solid color t-shirt or tank top with a flowy patterned skirt. I love that silhouette. I just think that it's so easy. It reminds me of summer. I love throwing it on with either sneakers or just simple sandals. I do have several flowy skirts in my wardrobe, so I feel like I have a good base for that. And now I need to concentrate more on having some tops to go with that silhouette, so that is also going to be coming in my June plans. Another theme that I noticed was I penned so many jumpsuits and overalls. I'm a total convert. A couple years ago, you would never catch me wearing a jumpsuit or an overall. I just was never into that kind of style, but I've fallen in love with it. It's pretty much like a dress, but you have the ease of wearing pants. And so I have several items on my to make list this summer that are jumpsuits or overalls or rompers. And I just think that I'm really going to enjoy wearing that, especially because I'm spending more time at home and I don't have to worry about public restrooms. So those are the lessons that I learned from this Me Made May. I hope that you have enjoyed watching my little series this month, and I don't know what's going to be in store next year. Kind of mid-month, I was sort of thinking that maybe I just won't even do Me Made May next year, but I probably will. I do think that this experience was really valuable, and if you are like me and you always wear Me Made garments all the time, then I would encourage you to maybe just try doing some of these little mini challenges for yourself and seeing what you can learn, because I just feel like I've gained a lot of knowledge out of just this 1 month, and I'm looking forward to carrying that with me more in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and as I said, I'm going to put up the playlist of Me Made May 2022 so you can go back and watch any of the videos that you might have missed. I'll see you again next time.